Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton at SMT Nuremberg 2014, and I'm joined by Erhard from Adopt SMT. Erhard, good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. We've talked a number of times. I think last year we were talking here with your colleagues from Nortec about the label business. Tell me how that label business is going, but also you've got some news in the label printing area.
Yes, the label business is going fine, thank you. The news that you talked about on the label area is not label printing, it's presenting.
Okay.
We have a new feeder out from Howard Davis, which is a great improvement to the existing industry standard, the Howard Davis label feeder. The new version is called Howard Davis Media Presenter because it can present more than just labels. But the main application for most of our customers is labels, and the biggest advantage of the new feeder is that it can be customer adjusted to different sizes of labels. So you need only one feeder as before, but also only one module to present the label, and can easily adjust it to different size labels. It can now go down to 3 by 3 millimeter labels, as before it was 4 by 4. Yeah. And also the speed is adjustable.
Okay.
So there's quite a few improvements in there.
And the demand for smaller and smaller labels, is that in a particular sector, or is that just miniaturization, less board space to put them on?
Yes, of course it's more in demand where the space is hard to get, and on some big industrial boards it doesn't matter that much, but anything that where you have to look for the small size, it is important. Yeah. And in addition, the new product from Nortec is now really moving into industrial applications. Right. This is the laser markable label, which is used in cases where usually you do laser marking instead of labeling. Yeah. But then if the surface isn't good, if the contrast isn't good enough, or also if the marking was done with the wrong information and you have to correct it, then you can place a label on top of it and just laser it again. This is also really out in the industry now.
Yeah, and it's an interesting example of what Adopt SMT does, because you're bringing together Howard Davis on the hardware side, Nortec on the consumables, but also all your customer experience, voice of customer, to help develop solutions. How much of your input are they prepared to take in terms of developing the product to the next stage? You have a good influence there?
Yes. With Howard Davis, we do work very closely. We did bring in some advancements also on the standard SMT feeders. Also there are some improvements in the new versions, and also the label feeders we received up front for tests, and because we do have a lot of experience on these now. Yes.
And another good example of that experience with the customer is the new nozzle product you brought out that's a direct replacement. Tell me a bit about that. It's your own kind of solution, isn't it?
Yes, that's really an improvement that we designed and we are having manufactured, and also we are mounting onto the original part. This is for the nozzle magazines for the automatic nozzle changers in C-place pick and place machines, and the original part out of history, how it was developed first for another nozzle generation, and then it was adapted to the nozzle generation for the DLM 12-star heads. This is a design that makes it easy to break. It is constructed out of plastic for price reasons, and it does have some very thin walls to hold the nozzles. And we designed one of the parts in that nozzle magazine to be out of anodized aluminium. and are able to replace a broken plastic part by this anodized aluminum part.
Okay.
We are offering this to C-Place users as a repair service,
Yeah.
or also repair exchange,
Yeah.
or we also offer it as a new part where we take a new nozzle magazine,
Yeah.
a new original nozzle magazine,
Yeah.
take the plastic top off, mount our
Okay,
aluminum top, and sell it as premium new, how we
Yeah.
call it. And we are surprised that this option gets taken
Yeah.
quite often also from
Yeah.
the customers.
Well, it's better to fix it straight away than wait for it to break, isn't it? I guess that's the key there.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, and to me, that's one of the key parts of your business, where you're actually seeing product, you're seeing where those pressure points are in terms of where repairs are needed, and where you can make those clever little updates, those clever little tweaks
Yes.
that make a product better.
Yes, you're right. It's not a huge
No.
improvement, but it solves a problem that customers do have, and that's also what we reflect in our new slogan. We keep your production running.
Right.
It's kept simple.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just about the customer has production lines, and we don't want to change everything.
No.
We want to help him
Yeah.
keep it running.
Yeah. What are those
We do
little
this
things?
with spare parts, with
Yeah.
consumables, but also with pre-owned machines which
Yeah.
can exchange part of the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
That means our big aim is not to change everything.
Yeah.
It's
just
to make the production of the
Yeah.
customer better.
Yeah, and help
Yeah.
wherever you can.
Yes.
But what's the market like at the moment in terms of used equipment? Is it strong here in Germany?
It's not a hype, but it's continuous business.
Right.
It's a good business for us because right now it's not like everyone wants to buy and there's nothing on the market, and it's
Okay.
also not the other way around that everyone wants to sell but no one wants to buy.
Yeah,
It's in
so there's some
between,
balance.
which is on the pre-owned equipment
Yeah.
market a good thing because, of course, there you need both.
You need supply and demand,
Yes.
absolutely. Good. Well, let's hope there's plenty of demand this week at the show, Erhard. Thank you very much for stopping by, and
Yes.
thank you for chatting.
Thank you.